the team that the 49ers is going to play is the Detroit Lions, who beat the Buccaneers 31-23. So, Kevin, I'm going to start things off with you and the C.J. Gardner-Johnson fan club. What did you think about the Lions beating the Buccaneers 31-23?
They came out and handled business. We talk about the Lions the same kind of like you talk with the Packers. They have so many different weapons, whether it's Jamar Gibbs, David Montgomery, Josh Reynolds, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and now they got Zach Ertz. So, they got weapons and everyone's getting touches and everyone's doing their thing. You saw the big Jamar Gibbs game, but if you've been tuning into this podcast, Jahmyr Gibbs, excuse me, if you've been tuning into this podcast week in and week out, I've been saying for weeks that this is the best running back duo in the NFL, and they're coming out and showing it. Penei Sewell is showing that they really hit on that pick because let's take it back a couple of years. Everyone's saying, how the hell do you take an O-lineman over Jamar Chase? And now it's not looking too bad. Penei Sewell is leading this team, and this offensive line is one of the top in the NFL. It really just comes down to Jared Goff. If Jared Goff can go out there and take care of the ball and find guys that need to be found, they're going to have a great game. Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the best yak receivers in the NFL, and he shows it night in and night out. So this team is looking really scary, and it just goes to show that they've really committed to the draft. A lot of the rookies that they have now came from that Matthew Stafford draft or trade, excuse me. So it's showing that you don't have to go all in to win in the long run. And now that they're showing that all these young guys are making plays after play, so this defense is going to be scary, and I'm really interested to see how they come out next week because Dan Campbell is going to have these guys ready. If anything, I know they're going to come out ready to swing. So I'm really looking forward to this Lions game. But the Bucs. The Baker Mayfield, or however Toddy says it, the show finally ran out. And it's funny because as soon as Toddy made that tweet, man, Baker went on a tear. I've been saying all year that I think that they should re-sign Baker. And I used to get a lot of dirty looks on this podcast, but have you guys, for the audio-only listeners, Toddy was, kind of smirked at me like I was that guy who said, Kevin, you're crazy. But, to see Baker come out here and do his thing, it's unfortunate that it had to start off whooping the Philadelphia Eagles' ass. Sorry, Cavs. But to see him and his growth, he is now 3-1 in the playoffs, or now 3-2, excuse me. But he's a quarterback that no one thought he was going to do anything. Being the number one draft pick, having all the I forget the brand of the commercial, but he had all the commercials for the end zone saying this is Baker's house, and he had the Heisman, he had all this narrative. He was the walk-on at Texas Tech, and coming from a walk-on to the number one pick, you would think your life really can't get any worse. But the Cleveland fans let him know. There was a span where he played for 6 different head coaches in 6 months or 6 years, excuse me. So he was going all over, but I really think his stop with the Rams really put things in retrospect. Sean McVay said, we're not playing for shit. Just go out there and play. And then he got the chance with Tampa this year, and he's showing that, we were talking about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He said if they had a better quarterback, this team would be a lot better. We had a factor cap at the beginning of the season if Mike Evans would even get 1,000 yards this year. That's how low we thought it fit. Sean said Kyle Trask should start. So it was a really low point.
I sure did.
So for him to come out of the back end, yeah, they didn't win a Super Bowl, but this is a team that none of us thought were going to do anything. Toddy had enough faith in the Saints, and I had enough faith in the Panthers because of the quarterbacks. So Baker Mayfield, if anything, his redemption tour was a hell of a show, and I'm happy I was here to watch it. And like I said, it's unfortunate that it had to start off. We were the lead act, but I'm happy to say we didn't lose to a Super Bowl because that would have been the last thing I needed to hear is Baker started his Super Bowl run against the Eagles. So looking forward to what the Bucs can do. I really hope Mike Evans can stay there, but if not, man, Philly is shopping.
Well, Baker certainly has proved himself as a capable NFL starter. He is one of 32, and I think that he turned that into a fact this season as we reference back to the factor cap from earlier before the season even started. And my main takeaway when it comes to the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield is that Baker walked into arguably one of the most difficult situations to take over as a starting quarterback of. Like, you're taking over Tom Brady's former team, the team that Tom Brady just showed up on and won a Super Bowl. And for him to have to step in, not only be the starting quarterback and lead the team on the field, but also become that leader in the locker room, not only for the offense, but also the defense. And for him to not only have succeeded doing that, but thrive based on everything that everyone, including the coaches and his teammates, had to say about Baker. Props to him, man, because this could have gone either way. He could have fallen out of the NFL or at least fallen to the bench a la Carson Wentz in LA, or he could have made the most of the opportunity like he has. And now he has solidified himself as the starter in Tampa Bay. So shout out to Baker Mayfield. Congratulations to him as the Buccaneers season comes to an end. The Lions will now be coming to Levi's Stadium, and we will give our picks for that game coming up in just a bit. But first,